We now know every single team that will be participating in the Esports World Cup featuring Fortnite next month and the $1 million LAN, and the rosters for each team. And also, speaking of rosters, we had an insane roster move yesterday with Cold replacing Trashy on the XSET roster, and this caused a lot of drama. And in this video, I'm going to go over that crazy situation and also tell you everything you need to know about the Esports World Cup and let you know the rosters for all 16 teams that will be competing, and also go over how the prize pool will be broken down as well and how much teams will make for winning the tournament. So let's get right into the video, and starting it off, I want to talk about Cold replacing Trashy on the XSET roster. And this was a shocking move as nobody really expected XSET to make a roster change after absolutely dominating the online qualifiers to make it to the Saudi LAN. But of course, you have to understand that if you can pick up somebody like Cold, who is one of the best players in the world regardless of the game mode, you're going to pick him up regardless of what it takes. And in the online qualifiers, Cold was going absolutely crazy on Man City, but Man City did fail to qualify after losing to XSET and also losing to Dignitas. So Cold and Man City ended up not qualifying, and XSET ended up qualifying to the LAN, and now they're making this roster change for Cold. And what this means for Trashy is that he will now be moved to the sub role. So XSET officially has 5 players on their roster now, kind of similar to how Carmine Corp also has 5 with Anas, who qualified at DreamHack Dallas with Carmine Corp, but now it's going to be Swizzy playing at LAN instead of Anas. And apparently Trashy did get some compensation money for getting dropped, but you still have to feel for Trashy. He just worked the entire year grinding in this game mode, trying to qualify for XSET, not qualifying at DreamHack Dallas, and then qualifying at the online qualifiers just to be dropped right after. So it definitely sucks, but this also has some other further implications as Trashy and Muzz are actually duoing in this happen, and Muzz is also on the XSET roster as well. So I don't know what this really means for Trashy and Muzz. I believe they're still gonna play, but you have to imagine the vibes might be a little bit shot after this situation occurred. But let me know your guys' thoughts on this situation down in the comments below. If you think XSET kind of made the wrong decision by doing this to Trashy, or if you think they made the right decision because it is Cold at the end of the day, and he's one of the best players, and you have to do what you got to do to win. We'll have to see how this plays out for XSET. We'll see how they do at LAN, and we'll have to see if this move worked out for them. But overall, here's all 16 rosters that qualified to the Esports World Cup featuring Fortnite, and all these teams will be competing for $1 million next month during the 8th to 11th, and the 16 teams competing will be Tayson, Teeny, Chicho, and Gapco on Falcons, Peterba, Okus, Kwani, and Meelks on Agent, Malabuka, Murstache, Vino, and Swizzy on Carmine Corp, Thomas HD, Kiro, Hellfire, and Fredoxy on Heroic, Agers, Nounsy, Sizlucky, and Except on Fnatic, Cheatin, Kiduo, Frey, and Trexer on Big Clan, Banyak, Sined, Nefrizzi, and Howley on Game and Gladiators, Bloomy, X-Sweez, Vortexers, and Voxy qualified, but they do not have a team. They just qualified through the online qualifier on EU. Muzz, Cold, Edgy, and Ritual on XSET, Acorn, Kanata, Pilkey, and TK on Dignitas, Frosty, PHZin, Siyun, and Kurtz on Brazil. They don't have a team. They also just qualified through the online qualifier. Romero, Randu, Lua, and iTroll on Brazil as well. Same thing as the other team. They qualified through the online qualifier with no organization. Then we have Hero, Adapter, Mansour, and Fahad on Middle East. Once again, another team that did not have an organization. They just qualified on the Middle Eastern online qualifier. Then the other Middle East team, we have Sherry, Fahad again. It is a different Fahad, by the way. Valor and NM7. Once again, no org for this team. And then we have Alex, Worthy, Looter, and Volks on Power, and Zagu, Yuma, Mini Payo, and Coyota on Zeta Division. And these are going to be all 16 of the teams that are competing at the Esports World Cup next month. And once again, if you didn't catch the date, that will be August 8th through August 11th next month. Let me know down in the comments below based on these rosters, and if you've been watching the 4v4 ESL mode, which one of these teams you think is going to be taking home the $1 million LAN. And speaking of the money, here's the prize pool breakdown for the LAN next month. First place will be taking home $100,000 each. Second place will be taking home $40,000 each. Third to fourth will be taking home $20,000 each. Fifth to eighth will be taking home $10,000 each. Ninth to 12th will be taking home $5,000 each. And 13th to 16th will be taking home $2,500 each. So a pretty hefty prize pool, $1 million. It's going to be solid and it's going to be really fun to watch. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about with this LAN or this game mode, essentially DreamHack that we've been watching for the past couple of years, that was once the Battle Royale and the Zero Build game modes, they have now switched over to ESL, and ESL stands for the Esports League, and they run a bunch of tournaments in like CSGO and Rainbow Six Siege and other games like that. And ESL Fortnite is a 4v4 game mode, which will be based on 3 maps at LAN. We'll have a hardpoint game mode, a capture the flag game mode, and a new game mode similar to Oddball if you've ever watched Halo. And this is essentially what DreamHack has turned into this year, and probably will continue in this structure for the coming years. I personally have loved watching these tournaments and this game mode because it kind of brings that more esports professional feel to Fortnite, with actual teams to root for instead of just your favorite duo or your favorite player. So it adds a lot more of that team aspect really to Fortnite that we've been missing. But as always, guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to always be caught up on what's happening in Fortnite competitive, like this huge roster change that we just saw for the Esports World Cup, and also breaking down the rosters and the prize pool for the Esports World Cup as well. Like I said in my last video, stay tuned for my FNCS semifinals predictions. I'm going to post that video next week. So be on the lookout for that, of teams I think are going to qualify or maybe not qualify to FNCS Grand Finals. So once again, stay on the lookout for that. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like on it, as it would help it get pushed out to more people. That's going to do it for me in this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.